Summary of the story Mijbil the Otter by Gavin Maxwell. Gavin Maxwell, living in Camús-Ferner in the West Highlands of Scotland, decides to keep an otter named Mijbil after his dog Johnny dies. He acquires Mijbil from the Tigris marshes in southern Iraq. The otter, a unique species named Lutrigale perspicillata maxwelli or Maxwell's otter, quickly becomes an integral part of Maxwell's life, exhibiting playful behavior and an affinity for water. Maxwell recounts Mijbil's early days, describing his appearance as a small, dragon-like creature covered in mud armor. Over time, Mijbil sheds his aloofness, becoming affectionate and demonstrating a keen interest in his surroundings. Maxwell introduces Mijbil to water, where the otter displays exuberance and a need to keep water in motion. Mijbil's playful antics, including juggling marbles on his belly, endear him to Maxwell. The narrative takes a turn when Maxwell faces the challenge of transporting Mijbil to England. Despite a traumatic incident involving a bloodied box, Maxwell manages to get Mijbil onto a flight to London. The otter, however, creates chaos on the plane, alarming passengers and prompting Maxwell to receive the assistance of an understanding air hostess. In London, Maxwell and Mijbil spend a month together, with the otter playing with various toys and adapting to city life. Mijbil's walks on a lead reveal his compulsive habits, such as running along a low wall outside a school, much to the amusement of onlookers. The story concludes with a humorous anecdote about the various misidentifications of Mijbil by Londoners, showcasing the otter's uniqueness. Answers to the oral comprehension check questions. Question 1. What experiment did Maxwell think Camús-Ferner would be suitable for? Answer. Keeping an otter instead of a dog. Question 2. Why does he go to Basra? How long does he wait there, and why? Answer. He goes to Basra to collect and answer mail. He waits for 3 days for his mail to arrive and faces difficulties with telephone communication. Question 3. How does he get the otter? Does he like it? Pick out the words that tell you this. Answer. 2 Arabs hand him an otter in a sack as a gift from a friend. Maxwell likes it, as indicated by the words, "Here is your otter." Question 4. Why was the otter named Maxwell's otter? Answer. It was of a previously unknown race, eventually named Lutrigale perspicillata maxwelli, or Maxwell's otter by zoologists. Question 5. In the beginning, the otter was. Answer. Aloof and indifferent. Question 6. What happened when Maxwell took Mijbil to the bathroom? What did it do 2 days after that? Answer. In the bathroom, Mijbil went wild with joy in the water. 2 days later, he attempted to turn the tap to produce water. Question 7. How was May to be transported to England? Answer. May was to be transported in a box on the floor at Maxwell's feet during a flight to Paris and then to London. Question 8. What did May do to the box? Answer. May tore the lining of the box to shreds, causing blood to trickle from its air holes. Question 9. Why did Maxwell put the otter back in the box? How do you think he felt when he did this? Answer. Maxwell put May back in the box to comply with airline regulations. He likely felt distressed and concerned for May's well-being. Question 10. Why does Maxwell say the air hostess was the very queen of her kind? Answer. The air hostess suggested allowing May on Maxwell's knee during the flight, showing understanding and helpfulness, earning Maxwell's admiration. Question 11. What happened when the box was opened? Answer. May escaped, creating chaos in the aircraft. There were squawks, shrieks, and mistaken cries of a rat. Question 12. What game had May invented? Answer. May invented a game with a ping-pong ball on a damaged suitcase, running down the slope and ambushing its arrival. Question 13. What are compulsive habits? What does Maxwell say are the compulsive habits of, first, school children? Second, May? Answer. Compulsive habits are repetitive behaviors difficult to control. First, school children, rituals like placing feet on paving blocks. Second, May, tugging Maxwell to a wall during walks, running its length, creating distraction. Question 14. What group of animals do otters belong to? Answer. Otters belong to the Mustelidae family, a group including badgers, mongoose, weasels, stoats, and minks. Question 15. What guesses did the Londoners make about what May was? Answer. Londoners guessed a variety, including baby seal, squirrel, walrus, hippo, beaver, bear cub, leopard, and even brontosaur. Answer to the thinking about the text questions from Mijbil the Otter. Question 1. What things does May do which tell you that he is an intelligent, friendly and fun-loving animal who needs love? Answer. May plays with toys, responds to Maxwell's calls, exhibits intelligence in inventing games, and shows affection by nuzzling Maxwell's face and neck. Question 2. What are some of the things we come to know about otters from this text? Answer. Otters, like May, love water, engage in playful behaviors, have distinct personalities, and display intelligence and adaptability. Question 3. Why is May's species now known to the world as Maxwell's otter? Answer. May belonged to a previously unknown species named Lutrigale perspicillata maxwelli, or Maxwell's otter, in honor of Gavin Maxwell. Question 4. What does Maxwell say about what May feels and thinks in certain situations? Answer. Plunging in water, joyful and wild. Screwing the tap, irritation and disappointment. Nuzzling in the aeroplane, distressed chitter of recognition and welcome. Question 5. Read the story and find the sentences where Maxwell describes his pet otter. Then choose and arrange your sentences to illustrate those statements below that you think are true. Answer. First, makes May seem almost human, like a small boy. Sentence, he shook himself, and I half expected a cloud of dust, but in fact it was not for another month that I managed to remove the last of the mud and see the otter, as it were, in his true colors. Second, shows that he is often irritated with what May does. Sentence, he had been lucky to turn the tap the right way, on later occasions he would sometimes screw it up still tighter, chittering with irritation and disappointment at the tap's failure to cooperate. Third, shows that he is often surprised by what May does. Sentence, 2 days later, Mijbil escaped from my bedroom as I entered it, and I turned to see his tail disappearing round the bend of the corridor that led to the bathroom. Fourth, of May's antics is comical. Sentence, he would play for hours with a selection of toys, ping-pong balls, marbles, rubber fruit, and a terrapin shell that I had brought back from his native marshes. Fifth, shows that he observes the antics of May very carefully. Sentence, every drop of water must be, so to speak, extended and spread about the place, a bowl must at once be overturned, or, if it will not be overturned, be sat in and splashed in until it overflows. Sixth, shows that he thinks May is a very ordinary otter. Sentence, for the first 24 hours Mijbil was neither hostile nor friendly, he was simply aloof and indifferent, choosing to sleep on the floor as far from my bed as possible. Seventh, shows that he thinks the otter is very unusual. Sentence, May was out of the box in a flash. He disappeared at high speed down the aircraft. There were squawks and shrieks, and a woman stood up on her seat screaming out, "A rat! A rat!" Important vocabulary from the story. Crossed my mind, a thought came into my mind. A stone's throw, a very short distance. Cabled, sent a message by telegraph. Squirmed, twisted about. Thraldom, old-fashioned, being under the control of. Fixation, a very strong attachment or feeling. Medievally conceived, an imagination of the Middle Ages. Christened, named. Hostile, unfriendly. Aloof and indifferent, keeping a distance. Apathy, absence of interest. So to speak, as it were, one could say this. Provoking, causing anger or some other reaction. Fumbling, trying to do something in a clumsy manner. Flick, a quick, light movement. Dreaded the prospect, was in great fear of something that would happen in the future. An appalling spectacle, a shocking scene. Whipped off, quickly took off. Terrapin shell, the shell of small turtle found in North America. Engrossed, completely interested in. Ambush, to attack suddenly from a hidden position. Compulsive habits, habits impossible to control. Upright, here, post or rod placed straight up. Distraction, something that takes away one's attention from what one is doing. Barrage of conjectural questions, a stream of questions filled with guesses. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe and explore other videos on the playlist.